Hey, Nancy. So the appointment of Anthony Scaramucci to communications director seems to be eliciting mixed reaction in Washington. What are you hearing from the Hill?
Well, it's interesting. We talked to a lot of Republican press aides today to get their take, since he's going to be the director of communications at the White House. And, you got this kind of bifurcated response from them. On one hand, they said he's clearly charismatic, telegenic, has a lot of poise, a lot of savvy, things that they say will both make him quite popular with the president and also, help him when he's out in front of the cameras. But they point out, first of all, that that's not the main part of his job. His main job is to craft communications strategy, to make long-term planning for how they are going to best sell their policy proposals to the country. And they point out that he really has never done that before, and that that's something that the White House badly needs. In fact, I'll read to you what one top Republican aide said to us today. They said, I think he's a good businessman, has qualities that the president clearly prioritizes, but I also think he's an opportunist, is completely out of his league in this role, and his ethical issues will be yet another problem for a White House struggling with extreme optics problems.
Ouch.
Once again, that's from a Republican.
Yeah. I want to get you on another topic here, Nancy, with talk of the president possibly considering firing Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Some are drawing comparisons to the Saturday Night Massacre when President Nixon tried to fire Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox. And we all know what happened after that. Is there a sense of how Congress would proceed if President Trump acts as Mueller?
I think he would find himself in very hot water with Republicans. A lot of Capitol Hill Republicans have been willing to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this entire Russia investigation. They say, let's let it play out. We're not going to jump to any conclusions. But if he were to fire Robert Mueller without cause or without any obvious cause, they say that that would be a red line for them. And so you've had lawmakers, Democrats and Republicans alike, coming out over the past couple days saying, don't do it. You will regret it. And they have a lot of respect for Robert Mueller. He was appointed by George W. Bush in 2001 to serve as FBI director. He served during the entire 8 years of the Bush presidency and then into the Obama presidency. So he's someone who is greatly admired here on Capitol Hill. And when you hear folks connected to President Trump suggesting that perhaps they're going to dig up dirt on Mueller and his team, that's just something that doesn't sit well with members of either party.
Yeah, and of course, FBI Director Comey also had respect from both sides. Finally, 3 versions of a potential health care bill in the works. What is the current state of play on health care in the Senate?
The current state of play is that they have been trying to make some stabs towards reviving the repeal and replace option. This is a plan that foundered because you had moderates and conservatives alike who had big problems with it. But then the president gave Senate Republicans a talking to, said go back to the table. The American people are expecting this. So, they've been trying, but the reality is that people are pretty dug in, and the gulf between moderates and conservatives is pretty enormous. So no one truly expects that they're suddenly going to have a big breakthrough. So as of right now, the Senate is still planning to vote early next week on a bill that would simply repeal Obamacare without replacing it. And we know that that bill doesn't have enough votes either, because a trio of moderate Republican women have already said that they're going to vote no. But the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell wants to get everyone on the record. He really wants to hold their feet to the fire, and he wants to show House Republicans that he's tried everything he can.
Nancy Cordes, thank you.
You're welcome.